Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast powered by TSH Tennis. The Wimbledon Championships are over. It was fun. It was 2 weeks of, I think it was surprising results that went down. Carlos Alcaraz versus Jannik Sinner. Did it live up to the hype? I would say not, but it was an interesting final. We did have an amazing storyline come out of this. Jannik Sinner, redemption, revenge, call it whatever you want to call it. Smail, your thoughts on this final?
Actually, I want to pass it to Haroon because Haroon actually called this pick from the beginning of the tournament and he called the final. So Haroon, your floor is yours.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. Yes. My pick feels great. It's a good feeling, Smile. I have to tell you, though. You picked Iga, you picked Carlos in RG, you picked Coco in RG. So it's nice to have that feeling also to pick a champion from the get-go. Woo! What an amazing, like, I think now we're like the Grigor match is going to leave a big impact on the tournament, and it's going to be ingrained in everybody's brains. But yeah, like, I can't say that this was a sensational run, obviously, because Grigor had him on the ropes, and then Novak didn't give him much of a fight. Alcaraz was a bit, hazy there. He wasn't bringing his A game all the time. He thought that Alcaraz was going to bring a better game, and Alcaraz was flustered. But Sinner held it. Sinner was more composed. He was more consistent. He was playing he was hitting the ball amazingly. I would say that first set wasn't so great, but he picked it up and it was full steam ahead from there. And he was just tunnel vision. It was awesome. I was losing my mind in the first set. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sometimes gives me the same feeling like when you watch Djokovic is like, when he plays Sinner, do something. Don't just lay down, do something. And then, thank God that he did. He did, and that first
he did a lot.
Done.
He did more than something.
He did
much more than just something. He did a lot of things.
He did. And then his second set, third set, and then he closed out with 3 match points. Ooh, wow, that was baller. I was super hyped, especially if I got my pick. I was like insane. I was going crazy watching that match. But yeah, it's awesome, man. Like, sensational. This guy, by the way, just put this in perspective. He was 1 point away if he closed out that RG match from having all 4 slams at once. The last 4 slams, he would have had US Open, Australian Open, RG, and Wimbledon. It's what in the world are we seeing right now? This is peak tennis. This is amazing right now. I love it. What did you guys think? What do you think, Yusuf?
Smile, I also, same way you gave Haroon the floor, I'm going to give you the floor because even though you didn't have it from the beginning of the tournament, you had it today. So go ahead.
I told you, I just had a feeling, Yusuf. I told you I had just a gut feeling after that win against Novak. I just felt something in the look in his eyes that he got his chance. Like, he got what he wanted. Revenge match, final of a Grand Slam against the guy who took him down, and he was ready for it. And I really believe that he grew and learned from that RG match, which is crazy to say because it's not so long ago. Yeah. But go ahead and watch that match, especially the last 3 sets. Because in the first set, he was up a break, remember? He was up 4-2, and then Carlitos stole that set 6-4, and that break point to steal the set point in the first set was amazing from Carlitos. Magic, as we're used to. But the next 3 sets, I felt like Sinner, he was like, I'm going to play my game. I'm going to go for my shots. Yeah. And if I lose swinging. Yeah. I don't lose because I shied away from it. I lose because I played my game and I went for my shots. He was better than Carlitos in the big moments. He took advantage of his break points. Guys, on break points, he was much more efficient than Carlitos. Throughout the match, he was 4 of 9 on break points, which means when he saw his chance, he took it. Yeah. And he committed to playing aggressive today. He won more points at the net than Carlitos. Yeah. Can you imagine that? If I told you coming into this match, would you have imagined Sinner winning more points at the net than Carlos?
Absolutely not.
No. He came in, he had a game plan. He was going to go for his shots. He was going to be aggressive. And Yusuf, he did it. And I just felt like he knew he had the chance. And I think this heals everything that happened with RG. It's all healed. I thought it was healed before the final because I just felt like he got what he wanted. And it's a credit to his mental toughness. He is so mentally tough, unbelievably mentally tough. To rebound from that heartbreaking loss to title, it's superhuman.
Yeah.
It's superhuman, Yusuf.
This is what I love about sports. This is why I breathe sports. It's for things like this, stories like these. To go down the way he went down in RG, you know the heartbreak, you know how much pain he felt, but he found that's when you see legends be born. That's when you see the elite of the elite tap into something that no one else can tap into. And that's what he tapped into. He showed us, in the beginning of the tournament, Darren Cahill said, this is the test. Let's see what Jannik's going to look like here. And he passed with flying colors.
Flying colors.
He showed us exactly who he is. This was a moment that we will remember for the rest of this man's career, because the way he came back in less than a month and turned it around and became the champion, faced the same exact man who is the two-time champion on this court, and took him down the way he took him down. To me, it was in convincing fashion after that first set. Jannik Sinner, to me, I am amazed. I am astonished. My mind is blown from not the tennis, from the mental fortitude that this man had. I love to see this. I get goosebumps when I think of it. I have goosebumps right now. Jannik Sinner was a mental giant, and I am so, so happy for him.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And go listen to every one of his press conferences since Roland Garros.
Yeah.
Just listen to Jannik speak. Like, for any coach or young player out there, listen to how he spoke about that loss. He kept talking about, it's just a loss. I take it. I accept it. I learn from it. I grow from it. And I need to be in the present. And I use it to work. And I use it to improve. And I use it to grow. Jannik's theme is always about growth.
Yes.
It's always about growth. And his superpower is that he does not get high and he does not get too low.
Yes.
And it's beautiful. It's
Meet
absolutely
triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same.
Yeah, they have it hung in Wimbledon. The commentators are all talking about it. And it's true. Jannik breathes that. There's no reason to think that he could recover so quickly from Roland Garros to do this. And he played exquisite tennis. The tennis, if we can talk about the tennis he played today, guys, he was aggressive. He knew what he had to do. He had to take it to Carlos. He knew that he couldn't just sit back and let Carlos do all the magic that he wants. Yeah. And he took it to him.
By the way,
it's not for the...
Yeah. You know the thing, Haroon, here, that the moment where I'm like, is this going to be the same exact thing that just happened? Because 4-3, right? It was love 40? 15-40.
Double break point
15-40, double break point. You're like, the momentum, the crowd's behind Alcaraz.
Yeah.
What is Jannik Sinner going to do?
Yeah.
Is he going to show us the alpha, the killer, the assassin that he is? And he showed us exactly that.
Part of me
and
really wanted Alcaraz to break. I really wanted him to break because I wanted more tennis.
Because we want a bloodbath. We want a bloodbath.
Yeah, we want more tennis.
Yeah. I wanted him to just lay it all out there. I wanted 6 hours of pure tennis. I wanted Alcaraz to even surpass that level that he had in RG. I really wanted that. But by the way, Sinner prevented himself from going into really a deep, deep mental hole. If he would have lost twice to Alcaraz after being up 3 match points in Wimbledon, to being you lost these last two slams when you basically were in the driver's seat, that would have been really, 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 really bad for Sinner. Lots of pain, lots of recovery. Probably would have skipped the whole American swing and only went to US Open. But thank God that we don't have that. We have it more competitive, and now it's the neck and neck now.
But it flipped, right? Because I don't feel that Sinner did not go for the win in RG. He did. It just didn't pan out for him, Remember that ball he hit down the line? It was out. It really is a game of inches. But this time it worked. It did not go in Alcaraz's favor.
I think I'm not going to trash or say anything negative about his level, because that was... put it in the Louvre, Sinner's level, even though he lost in Roland Garros. But I felt he lacked a bit more conviction than Carlitos in the big moments. In that match. Just a tad, and that's the rivalry.
But was it that, or was it just that Carlitos came up with magic that we cannot, you cannot see anyone else do? Remember that set point of Carlos Alcaraz in that first set? That's some of the magic that Carlos does. But Jannik I think he went for it. It worked in his favor this time. Last time it did not, but that's the beauty, right? Sports, it's bound to flip. And you know, and just one thing here, so I don't forget. It was beautiful because last year, was it last year? We're in the championship ceremony. Novak Djokovic, he said how it's so many times, or no, was it the year before? Where Novak Djokovic, after he lost to Carlos Alcaraz, he said, you know, this time it didn't go my way, but there's so many times where it did go my way. So I can't feel bad because eventually the tide has to turn. This one wasn't my time. Last time it was my time against Roger, for example, in 2019. This time it was Sinner's time. RG was Carlos's time.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And maybe it was just that, but in my heart, I believe that Sinner grew from the Roland Garros loss. And he knew that he had to play his game and he had to be just have a little bit more conviction and play a little bit more free, which is hard. It's a hard ask, and especially against Carlitos because he comes up with magic. So that's why I think, because at 15-40, that point you mentioned at 4-3 up, Carlitos played those points well, by the way.
Yes, he did.
Sinner won the points.
Sinner won the points.
He took it. He hit winner. Like, he was aggressive. He went for his shots. He won those points. Yeah. He won those points. And also, Carlitos, the champion that he is, also, he made sure that Jannik has to serve for the match.
Yeah.
And it was there when I was thinking, like, all right, you were in this moment before, and you weren't able to convert just a couple of weeks ago. What are the emotions going through your brain now? The crowd is all with Carlitos because they just want to see a 5-hour, 5-set bloodbath like all of us tennis fans do.
Yeah.
And Jannik comes, and that first point was tricky. It was a long rally, 15-ball rally, and Sinner won it.
Yeah.
And then he took it to him. The rest of the point, like the other points, Carlitos played the game.
Yeah.
He played the game. He did like what Novak did to him in 2023. Yeah. He made sure that he had to earn the title. Yeah. And Jannik earned it today. Yeah. He earned it because he was mentally tough, and he went for his shots, and his forehand and backhand today were pristine. His serving was on point. It was an excellent performance by Jannik. It was unbelievable.
Well, Haroon.
Yeah.
Like, I want to ask you something, because this is a thought that I had after that match. Why do I feel like, in a way, Carlos Alcaraz felt like he was supposed to lose this match because of what happened to him in Roland Garros? Like, he stole that other match, and in a way it was like, I don't know, I just felt like Carlos, even in the ceremony, like, he's not sad. It's like, okay, the tide had to turn. I stole that one. You took this one. You should have taken this one because you probably were supposed to take that one. Like, I just felt something there where Carlitos, in a way, felt like, yeah, RG wasn't supposed to be mine. You're supposed to take this one.
Okay.
And you feel that in any way? Do you feel that in any way, Haroon?
I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from, what you mean and what you're trying to say. But the thing is, he wasn't giving him any mercy for all the previous matches before that. He's not like, oh yeah, I beat you in Beijing. Okay, I'm gonna give you this one now. I beat you in Rome. Okay,
I'm not talking about giving it away, but it's just like,
I know.
I felt like he was more. I don't know. Like, it wasn't the killer. I don't. Maybe.
Yeah. So I was.
And he wasn't sad afterwards. Like, he was like, okay.
Yeah.
I lost, and it happens. And
yeah. I see your point there. I don't really agree with the idea that like, he felt like he was supposed to lose. I think he went in to win, because especially that first set, it looked like it was going to be a Carlos magic, and I really was scared for Jannik, because Jannik didn't look in control at all. Felt like he was the inferior player for that first set, and he was barely there.
He was up 4-2.
He was
4-2.
He was up.
I would say he was better for the first set. Actually, he just lost all the momentum all of a sudden.
Maybe, I don't know. When I was watching, I wasn't really impressed with.
Such a bad game to start off the second set.
Maybe, but like, after that, I felt like Alcaraz was now in the driver's seat, and Alcaraz was now in control, and Jannik kind of unraveled. I feel, though, maybe that he felt that because he was down championship points, Alcaraz, that maybe it's kind of like, extra. It's extra now. Like, he wasn't supposed to win that match, and now he's just playing free, and it feels like like, he didn't really, I don't know, like, it wasn't like a straightforward win. It was kind of like he was already dead, and then he he rose from the dead. But I don't know. I feel like he just kind of maybe lost momentum. He wasn't really. He didn't have a lot of energy. Maybe a lot about. Smail was saying that he's spent the most time on court. He maybe fatigued. Kind of maybe lost energy there,
Wow.
because he was there. He was
Reaching. I
frustrated.
think
He
you're
wasn't
reaching.
feeling himself. Usually, like he's having fun on court. He wasn't really having that much fun, like in the match that much. So I was worried. So maybe that these things played a part. I don't know if it's really fully where he thought like he should lose. I don't know. Like that's it's. I can't really say I fully agree with you on that point.
It's a good point that you make, because I was wondering, like, why is Alcaraz taking the loss so nicely? Like he almost had no remorse. Like he really felt
he's
genuinely
playing Jannik,
happy
so
for.
it's an insane rivalry. So he shouldn't be upset at all.
No, he shouldn't be upset. But like when you lose a big final, I would be upset. I'm judging based on my own feelings. I would be upset. I mean, regardless. But
like I think even like the tennis world, like you can feel like Jannik deserved this after what happened, you know? And like Carlos is only human too, and he can maybe look from the outside and look in and be like, okay, I won that one. Like Jannik, we all felt the pain that he felt. Like you were gonna feel so bad if Jannik lost this one.
Yeah, maybe.
I was gonna feel horrible if Jannik lost that one.
It would have been tough, but also, this is Carlitos' kind of back garden. It's his best surface success-wise, so you wouldn't feel that bad for him. But I think so. So two things come to mind, Yusuf, when you mentioned this point about like Carlitos. And so basically, did Jannik win this or Alcaraz lose this? And give you some stats: 7 double faults from Alcaraz today. He only had 53% of his first serves in play today. He only won 51% of his second serve points, and he missed tons of break point chances. Among them, the 2 break points that we just talked about in the fourth set. So, I'm led to believe that it was more Jannik taking it to him. I think it was more of Jannik forcing him to play quicker. Jannik was ripping the second serve, so he had to go bigger. He also wanted to do more with the first serve, so I think a little bit it got Carlitos off his game in the same ways Carlitos throws Jannik off his game. I felt in the first set, like Jannik was making some short ball errors because he was like trying to anticipate what Carlitos doing, trying to go behind his back, and like he was in his head. And I think in the end, actually, Jannik got in Carlitos' head. But that doesn't mean that Carlos had a great match. Carlos didn't play. No. I wouldn't say he played at a good level even today. He did not bring a good level. He brought his okay level. His not good level. Definitely didn't bring his great level. Yeah. Although he showed some flashes throughout the match, of course, because he's just Carlitos. He's great. But I'd still say 70% Jannik taking the match to him. And I don't know, maybe subconsciously he's like, yeah, Jannik deserves this, so he's a little bit lighter on him. I don't know if Carlitos is built that way. I'm not ready to go that far.
Maybe that's the human part of Alcaraz that kind of dips because that's he dips. So Jannik Sinner is this machine. So machine. He brings his A minus kind of level. Alcaraz brings its A plus. So today he didn't bring the A plus, like you say.
Just like we never see Carlitos like also this is first time he's ever lost a Grand Slam final. Like we saw what he was like in the Olympics when he lost to Novak. Like Carlitos doesn't take losses in finals easily. Like when he lost to also Novak and Cincy in 2023, he was in shambles. Why was he was okay after this one? Yeah. That's why I'm saying what I think it. But there's
he was so happy. He was so happy I'm not going to say happy, but he seemed really content with this result.
It was cool sportsmanship, and you can link back to, there's a picture like in 2006 when Rafa lost to Roger, and then they're just, the rivalry, it's off on the court, but they said, but remember even in the ceremony where Sinner's talking about we try to maintain a good relationship and a friendship and respect and love off the court. Nadal and Federer showed us that for a long time in 2006 when they shook hands. Like there's an iconic picture where we dropped it also on TSH Tennis. Go take a look. And it was
this is what not only it's one of the coolest rivalries on court. Yeah, it's like you said, Yusuf, it's one of the coolest rivalries off court just because of the sportsmanship that they have between each other. I mean, Carlitos to be so happy for Sinner. And I genuinely believe that he was happy for him. Like, I honestly believe he was that happy for him. because they both spoke in the ceremony about how they have a great relationship off the court. Federer and Rafa didn't speak about that till when they were much older.
True.
So they already have a great relationship and friendship together, and yet they fight each other like hell when they're on the court. And the classy thing from Carlitos, like, I can't imagine when you are down in the middle of, like, you're just down in your feelings after such a final, after a hard-fought battle. And when Sinner was climbing up into the stands, Carlitos was clapping for him. He found, like, the kindness and the happiness in him to be happy for Sinner in that moment when he was hugging his team and his family. And when he came back on court, Carlitos also clapped for him. This is high-level, classy gestures from Carlitos. And it shows the person he is. He likes to bring joy, and he's a kind-hearted person and champion, and just makes him more lovable. Everyone just loves Carlitos more, even after he lost.
Yeah. And Carlos's family was cheering him on. And
both of them
when he was walking inside, when he met Carlos's team, his brother, his physio, they all hugged him and told him congratulations, and it looked like they were genuinely
You're talking
happy.
about Jannik. They also all went to. Jannik was shaking hands with Carlos's team after.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing sportsmanship. But there is one person that I do want to give so much love here. Can you guess who that person is?
I'm gonna guess it's a person who was up 2 sets to love on Sinner.
It's
No.
Sinner's mom.
This is a person.
Sinner's mom?
Harun, this is a person. Sinner's mom. Jannik Sinner's mom. I am so happy for this lady.
I actually had no idea.
The pain that this woman has been through is so much for a game. For her to experience that much stress. She was going through it again today.
She was going through it.
Finally, her son came on top today. You could see the ecstasy. You could see the joy afterwards. The hug, the embrace that they had. Just so happy for Sinner's mom, really. I want to just do it for Mama. He did it for Mama this time. Thankfully, the gap between the heartbreak and the ecstasy wasn't that long, just a month plus. So just wanted to shout out Jannik Sinner's mom. She deserves some love. And happy for her.
It was fun to see her today have some
watching your kid go through it, go through that little. Yeah, that was a heartbreaking loss against Alcaraz and RG. To finally lift it in London. It definitely must be a great feeling, and she deserves some relief, even though this is a guy that won 3 of the last 4 slams. So that's just to put this into perspective as well.
Yeah, it's not like he's leaving some kind of tough life.
It's not like
he's even if he lost today, he was still on GOAT trajectory.
Yeah, exactly. A 250 or a challenger or something. You won 3 slams. You won 3 slams already.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Okay, but guys, after this match, first of all, because comparison is the thief of joy, okay? But being the human I am, I was comparing, and like that Roland Garros final was nothing even close to it. What do you guys think we're going to have another great final between these two guys? Do you think, Smiley, that's happening soon?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Great final.
Just hold your
Also,
horses.
are we gonna get are we gonna
horses.
get a great final between these two on grass? I don't know. It just felt like RG was just gladiators going to war.
RG is war. It's war, and they both like the clay.
Yeah.
It's absolute war.
Yeah.
And they also both like the heart. So I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Just give it a couple of weeks. You're gonna
US Open, Harun. We're gonna see another one in US Open.
Whenever they're in the draw, just all they have to do is list their names inside the tournament, and then you see another insane final. Like, that's all you have to do. What are you talking about?
So,
who in the world has a chance against these guys? Who in the world has a chance against these guys? What in the world?
Want me to tell you who? Want me to tell you who?
Fonseca.
You want me to tell you who? No, again.
Joao.
Oh my God. The way Joao Fonseca smoothly finds his way into conversations is beyond me.
Yeah, by the way, Harun's the one that snuck him in the past 2 episodes.
Like, the way
that
he
wasn't even
sneaks
me. That wasn't even me this time. The past 2 episodes have been Harun.
Yeah, I don't know if you bribed Harun to put it
No, but
to
I'm
find a way.
I'm happy that he did bring him up.
Actually,
But the man who actually should be brought up
You want to know
Go
funny,
ahead. Who?
funny thing? You know who's on like the probably top 5 like odds to win it to win the next slam other than Alcaraz or Sinner? Guess who I'm
Who is
thinking
it?
of. And guess Alcaraz's brother. Alcaraz's brother.
Jaime, I was going to say Jaime Alcaraz. I was going to say
Jaime
Jaime.
Alcaraz is right there with Fonseca. Him and Fonseca.
The boy's 13 years old. Let's calm it down. But the guy that we should be naming here, Grigor Dimitrov.
Oh man.
Grigor.
Like
The only person that was able to take 2 sets off him, like he took 2 sets off of him. Everyone else combined on Sinner's on his path to win this tournament won. You know who won it? Carlos Alcaraz just today. No one else.
yeah, no one touched him other than Dimitrov. That's it.
Oh my
And,
God.
he shared a post on Instagram the other day.
Story. Oh my God.
He was in good spirits and
He
he's
was.
saying he's gonna learn from it. And he's
Learn
saying,
from what? What do you learn from?
I was reading that. I was like, man, I hope you're happy, brother. And I mean, for all I know, he does have a good life, right? And
He does.
He has
does.
a beautiful girlfriend, and he has the whole shebang. So I'm not too concerned about. I'm not gonna spend too much sympathy on Grigor.
Yeah.
But like, he had the match in the bag, and then the story. All the storylines change. Like, Yusuf, what happens if Dimitrov wins that match? Like, what happens?
Carlos Alcaraz, Novak Djokovic final, I would say. And who knows? With this level, Novak Djokovic doesn't win.
We could have had 25?
With this level, we could have had 25 and 25.
Harun, so I was 4 games away from having my 25 and 25.
We could have had 25 and 25 if Grigor
You're-
Dimitrov was able, if they did not close the roof. So many ifs. So if they didn't close the roof, Harun, we're veering away from the, what's it called? In Marvel, that thing of the timeline. The timeline. Different timelines.
Yeah,
If the roof didn't
bending
close,
the timeline.
if Dimitrov Peck didn't go out, if Sinner didn't win, if all this didn't happen, we might have had. We were so close to having 25 and 25.
So all I'm hearing is basically that, and all I'm hearing is that there is a timeline where my prediction was correct.
There is a timeline, and there's a timeline where mine was correct, and we would have had back-to-back. Just though. Anyways.
But guys,
That's that.
Alcaraz
and Sinner fine.
but like, I want to just put things into perspective here because this is insane. I just want to count the number of guys that took a set off of Sinner since he won his Shanghai Masters. So, like, the people that took a set off of, some of them were losses, some of them were taking sets. So Thomas Etcheverry took a set off of Sinner and Shanghai Masters. The ATP Tour Finals, he didn't drop a set. Australian Open, he took Holger Rune and Tristan Schoolkate took a set off of him. And then he went in Rome. Tommy Paul took a set off of him. RG, it was only Alcaraz. Obviously, he lost to Alcaraz, and that was it. And then he obviously he lost to Bublik. And Wimbledon, and then with Dimitrov and Alcaraz. Like, this is since Shanghai last year. What in the world is what?
There's also 3 months off in between, and there's off season.
But still, like,
I don't think that stats as special.
To me,
I
that's
think
insane, man.
that's-
To me,
It's
that's
impressive.
It's
It's 100% impressive. That means that it's an accomplishment at the moment to take a set off Jannik.
Yes.
That's the world we live in right now. When you take a set off him, you deserve to win.
Yeah, I think he's been so great. I didn't even give him credit for that. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. No, he's super dominant right now, and it's definitely GOAT trajectory that he's on.
He is.
unbelievable.
He's the youngest person ever to make it to 4 strings. I Grand Slam finals. I don't know when he's going to stop making Grand Slam finals because, as we just said in the last episode, U.S. Open's coming up. Australian Open's coming up.
Yeah, well,
What in the world's going to go?
you know
Jannik Sinner.
it's coming.
Let's book it. Book Jannik Sinner in finals.
You know what's coming.
But
You said the
but
very
hats
long-
off to
you said-
Grigor.
you said the
Grigor is
revenge
Grigor
tour redemption.
should hold his head up high right now
Respect.
and enjoy it.
Respect, Grigor.
yeah.
Respect. But I think Grigor's peck was the price that had to be paid for Sinner's villain arc.
I guess.
Is this really a
Now-
villain
now
arc? It
Sinner-
sounds like a
Sinner's-
hero arc for me.
It is a hero.
Yeah, like a hero. He's now going to be. Now he's Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man combined into one.
Yeah. This is Dark Knight Rises.
It's not rises. It's absolutely flaming, blazing. I don't know what to call it. It's unreal.
Like,
But then Haroon, if you had to grade this final out of 10, how good would you grade it?
yeah, if 10 being the last RG final, which is even beyond a 10, it's more than a 10. But let's say it is a 10 for the sake of this question. This would have to be probably like a 7-8 compared, in the in the respect to these standards. So I would say like 7.5, 8.
7.5. Yusuf, what would you grade it?
I'll give it a flat 7. Yeah, no. After I think like the first 2 sets, okay, but no, it wasn't like from the matchups we've seen from them before. Yeah, this wasn't up there. Wasn't up there.
Yeah, I'd go even below you guys.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a 6.
Yeah. Really?
I'm being an easy
6.
grader,
I'd go a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storylines were amazing, and the result is obviously super interesting.
Yeah.
But the match itself, in terms of the drama, in terms of the level of tennis that we've seen from them over the past 3-4 years, it's even lower.
We got
than
no
that.
tie breaks. We're on grass. We got no tie breaks.
Yeah, it was it wasn't top level. It wasn't top. Not what we could have gotten. So
I think 6 is pretty low,
I
though.
wouldn't say it was that great.
I think 6 is pretty low because still it's insane rallies, amazing rallies.
I went 7,
The
I went
scoreline
7, but
wasn't
I
great,
understand the 6.
But the points were amazing. I love the points.
Like I went 7. I understand the 6. I can't understand an 8. An 8's too much for me. This wasn't.
Fine, 7.5.
Like just because the spectrum, the scale, they just changed the scale.
Yeah.
They showed me tennis from the heavens.
Yeah.
But
Jannik
Jannik did promise. He promised us you guys are not going to see what you saw in the Roland Garros final.
Of course, because it's grass, I think. But like that was tennis from the heavens that we saw in Roland Garros. So we're not going to see that maybe until we get back to Roland Garros. So
no, on hard they
on hard they have good U.S. Open 22.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
baby, I'm salivating. I'm
one
salivating
of my favorite
for
matches. That match was one of my favorite matches, honestly.
It was beautiful.
Can't wait till we get to the US.
But guys, they slide.
Well, guys,
though.
I want to ask you.
But they slide though, and the style of play on grass, especially from the both of them, is fun. Like this on hard, it's tough to slide, so it's tough to get these nice dynamic points.
They slide. They slide.
Yeah,
These dudes, they slide. These dudes, they slide.
I really need you to go back and watch the 2022 U.S. Open match.
They slide.
I really need to,
but it's squeaky and it's not nice.
It's not only about the sliding though. It's not only about the sliding though, Haroon. It's about the rallies. Like you enjoy like long rallies with lots of cat and mouse in the U.S. Compare 2022 to today.
Yeah.
Today, I think like when it went 15 balls in the first game and the first point of Jannik serving for the match, the commentators like, wow, a 15-ball rally. 15-ball rally, that was like the lowest number of balls rallied in RG. For them. Like that was like an easy point, 15 balls. So it's not even close.
Roland
15
Garros
to
to
start
me
the
is
set
untouchable.
break,
It's the best slam. It's the best slam.
I think the more
Clay's the best.
The more I separate guys from that match, that final in RG, the more I'm starting to believe that might be the greatest final I ever saw. Just how amazing that level and how amazing the drama was. Like it's starting to really like be for me the best one ever.
Maybe before you reach that conclusion, go back and watch some of the other ones, and then you can make maybe. The
other ones were amazing, but this tennis was amazing. But anyways, I'm not going to dwell on that right now. But I do want to ask you guys a question here because now Jannik Sinner is 2-0 versus Alcaraz on grass at Wimbledon.
Okay.
Yusuf, will Sinner dominate this matchup on grass?
No. No. This was a really good Sinner, and this wasn't a good Carlos Alcaraz. So, no, I don't think that's going to happen. If anything, I'm going to bet on revenge when they come back next year. So, no, for me, I don't think he's going to dominate him on grass. No.
Really? Haroon, he's 2-0 against him at Wimbledon now. The only person to beat Alcaraz over the past 4 years is Sinner.
Yeah. I wouldn't say dominate. I wouldn't use the word dominate, but I think for sure it's gonna be tough to beat Sinner on grass. Even though Alcaraz, he's a 2-time Wimbledon champion, but it's gonna be very tough to beat Sinner on grass. So I would say yes, but not dominate. Not really dominate. Alcaraz is definitely gonna get a few wins.
Yeah. Guys, Yusuf, I'm leaning to Sinner.
No, come on.
I really am.
Come on.
I really am, and I'll make I'll make the
argument. Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
No, I'm not.
Don't be a prisoner
because
of the moment.
you know why? You know what's the correct analogy for Alcaraz Sinner? Djokovic Federer.
Okay.
And who dominated that grass court matchup at Wimbledon? Novak. And you know why? Because all the announcers and even all the players are talking about the grass has now become much more defensive game. It's become a slower. Huh?
No, I think the aces are more than ever.
Okay, but it's in terms of the grass. Before there couldn't be rallies before at the baseline.
Okay.
Now on the grass there are much more rallies from the baseline. And yeah, there are more aces than ever because it's still a faster surface. It's still the fastest surface. It's just slower and allows for more baseline rallies now. And that absolutely suited Djokovic when he came to play against Federer and his magic. And I think the same thing is going to happen here with Sinner against Jannik. With Sinner against Alcaraz.
Sinner against Jannik, that's going to be
With Sinner against Alcaraz because, first of all, Sinner has an amazing serve, as you saw today. He dominated with his serve.
Yeah.
And he can dictate with his ground strokes from the back. They're both moving extremely well. And if it is faster, yet you can play in that more baseline defensive way that I would say Jannik does amazingly well, maybe even a bit better than Alcaraz at the moment, I think it's going to favor Sinner over the course of the next, for their matchups. It's in general, I think it's going to favor Sinner.
Yeah, I agree to disagree there.
That's insane.
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell. But you make great arguments there. You make great arguments. Just on a superficial level, you think, Alcaraz because he just won it.
We talked about how. No, but you made the case only for Jannik. The case for Carlos is going to be the fact that the variation that he has in switching it up on Sinner, and the fact that he knows how to go high speed, off speed, changing, coming to the net, moving, staying back. He's the only one that can go toe to toe with him from the back. And you're like, why isn't Jannik hitting as hard today? He is. It's just Carlos is bringing it back with as much power. So you're only making the case for Jannik here. Carlos is magic, and I think this is you can't say that based on this is a recency bias thing. I think this is a prisoner of the moment thing.
No, actually it's not because Jannik beat him twice at Wimbledon. If he only beat him today, I could tell you maybe. But he also beat him 2022, and Carlitos was him in 2022. He was not a puppy. He was not a puppy then.
Okay.
We shall see, man. We shall see because I don't think it's going to be one-sided though because these guys are just insane. So they showed us that it's neck and neck. It's a coin toss. It's a coin toss, like I said.
Then let me ask you a question, Yusuf. Good point, Harun. But just we'll end on this note. Why did Djokovic dominate Federer at Wimbledon? Why did he win? Because Federer is very similar to Alcaraz.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's just one of the things that Alcaraz does. He doesn't move like Alcaraz. He isn't as aggressive as Alcaraz.
Really?
Off both wings? No, not off both wings. Off the backhand.
I would say.
I don't think he generates as much power as Alcaraz.
Off the backhand. Carlos can hit off both wings with so much power. Federer's forehand is something. Federer's backhand not so much.
He has the nastiest slice humanity has ever seen.
But I don't think Federer generates.
Also, Federer, you're getting into a completely different debate about Federer and Djokovic right now. And Federer played Djokovic when he was a bit older. There's so many variables that you can.
Okay,
you can
I'm asking you what are the variables because this is the same game style that they both present. I think they're very similar in terms of the matchup, Alcaraz and Sinner now.
Okay, so you make a great point, but the thing is here
but it would be interesting. What
is that credit? Fine, but at that point, the argument against it is that Djokovic, the guy that beat Federer, who is similar to Alcaraz, was beaten by Alcaraz, who's similar to Federer. So there's the loop there. So it's like, what now? So the greatest player that beat so,
Yeah, true. But he's Djokovic 2.0 Sinner, so it's gonna be very, very interesting to see this rivalry play out on grass. But I think Sinner edging Carlitos on grass.
Recency bias with you is special, my friend.
Not at all. He won in 22. That's not recent, is it?
No, he wasn't the same. Also, Carlos Alcaraz.
And he wasn't
Carlos
the same
Alcaraz
Sinner.
before Carlos Alcaraz in 2022 was nowhere close to the person that we see now, and especially on grass. He came in 2023.
Sinner,
No one
man.
expected him to do anything. Then he won Queens, and he came back and he won.
Even more so for Sinner, brother. And even more so for
So
Sinner.
it's a great argument that only time will tell. It's a great argument that only time will tell because these guys are they're great. We already know they're great. And even if it looks clear now, it's not going to be so clear when the time comes. And I don't think it's even clear now to me because they're both really elite. And yeah, it's really going to be a coin toss when time
What
comes.
you guys are talking
and
about?
they both improve every year.
They both
we don't
focus
know,
on improving
what
every
they're
time. Great points, Mike. Great point. They both love talking about things to improve. They love talking about that.
Yeah.
Alcaraz just said after in his press conference, he said, "It's clear to me. I know the things I need to improve, and I know what I want to work on." So it's insane. Like it's so clear to them, and they really want to improve, and they know specifically what they're going to do for the next matchup. It's unbelievable.
Well,
It's
this conversation-
unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
unbelievable because you saw their serve. Both of them improved the serve, and now they are amazing. Even more amazing and harder to beat on grass.
Yeah.
And their ground soaks for Sinner look even crisper, and Carlos' backhand even quicker. So it's going to be awesome to see where it goes from here.
Well, the question you just asked, Smile, leads us perfectly into the next segment, one of our favorite segments, one of our most controversial segments. And even though I don't know how, because it's called Overreaction or Not. So I'm going to tell you guys something based on what we've seen, and you let me know, is this an overreaction? Is this not? First up, Haroon. Jannik Sinner will be the new king of Wimbledon. Overreaction or not?
I honestly do not think that this is an overreaction. I do not think this is overreaction.
Oh my God.
Because
Oh my
I know Yusuf wants, he's going to give me some pushback. Maybe I don't know. I just feel it. But because Sinner is just very consistent. This thing where he's just a machine, and now his philosophy proved that he could continue to do it. Alcaraz his philosophy is not clear, because if he beat him today, then maybe you start to doubt himself. Oh, what? Maybe my philosophy is not working, but his philosophy is working. It's clear. He just needs to continue to work on it and improve. And just bringing that level all the time is going to be very hard to beat. And the more confidence he gets, the improvement in the pressure points, the aura that he's going to create against the players coming up next, and also especially against Alcaraz. What's Alcaraz going to be like next year? Yeah, I think he's going to be the king of Wimbledon just because he now got a taste of it, and it's very hard for Sinner to just forget something that he just got a taste of it. And
I'm afraid to come to you, Smile, but I am. Overreaction or not?
This,
Oh
well,
my God.
You have right to be afraid, because I also call not an overreaction. I think that Jannik Sinner is going to be the man at Wimbledon for the arguments I just made. I think his baseline game is insane. I think you can't hit through him. His ball skids off the grass even better on the grass. He moves better than anyone. Him and Carlitos, they're tied for the best movers. His serve is huge and only going to get bigger. His second serve is monstrous. Yeah, you're telling me Jannik his volleying is going to improve. His forward movement is going to improve. His drop shotting and slicing is going to improve. His return is already incredible. I don't know if anyone returns better than him right now. And so I like the way the surface is for him. I think he's going to, for the next short term, I see it in Jannik's favor. I do, because I think he's going to lead against Alcaraz.
I disagree so much with what you guys are saying.
Give it to
This is an overreaction. Carlos Alcaraz playing, I think, I wouldn't even give this a 5. This is not even a Carlos Alcaraz 5 today. And he lost in 4 close sets to Jannik Sinner, playing some of his best tennis. So if you tell me Carlos Alcaraz at his best, being the alpha he was, and going into a match on grass against Jannik Sinner, give me Carlos Alcaraz 10 days in a row. Give me Carlos Alcaraz 10 times out of 10. Give me Carlos Alcaraz all the time. At his best on grass, it's Carlos Alcaraz. And I cannot wait for next year when we come back and sit down and do this. And you guys take Jannik Sinner and you call him the king. And Carlos Alcaraz shuts all of you guys up. Because apparently you guys are prisoners of the moment. And you just saw one match where Carlos Alcaraz was playing some of his, I would say, not like some of the worst tennis he's played in the past 4 months. And then this is what you base it off? Overreaction. You guys need to be checked. And you guys need to go back and reevaluate. Overreaction.
I think I need to remind you, this is not recency bias. He did beat Carlos in 2022.
You keep going back to this 2022.
2022 is a match that is.
You know what happened since 2022?
Yeah.
Carlos Alcaraz has won 2 Wimbledons. So why don't you add that to the resume? Why do you add that to the confidence? Add that to the aura. Add that to the championship mindset that Carlos Alcaraz.
You know what happened since 2022 for Jannik?
What happened?
4 Grand Slams.
What happened to Carlos Alcaraz?
Jannik was
4
not
Grand Slams.
like Carlitos was closer to
5 Grand Slams.
Carlitos was closer to his level in 22 than Sinner's to his level in 22.
That makes him. Oh,
It means that Sinner has improved more since then.
No, he just got closer to Carlos. Anyways, second one, Smile. I'll come to you because you seem unhinged from my perspective, but that's my perspective. That's my perspective.
I think you guys tell us if I'm unhinged or not. I think I'm very hinged at the moment.
You're very hinged. You're very locked in on what Sinner just did a few hours ago. How about this one, Smile? I think let's see if we all agree on this one. Grass is the least enjoyable surface to watch tennis. Overreaction or not?
This is 100% not an overreaction. Of course, it's the least enjoyable. It's definitely the least enjoyable. Like when you got a 15-ball rally and you say, "Oh, amazing! This is perfect." Yeah, in RG, this was just a good morning. Yeah. That's a bonjour. That's a croissant you open up with. Yeah. That's an appetizer, what they call. Yeah. So this is absolutely no. It's like you're watching grass. It's serve, forced error, serve, forced error. And this is between Sinner and Alcaraz. You're watching that. You killed the joy. Yeah. You killed the joy. Not that you killed it. Like I like to see the different surfaces. Yeah. I enjoy having the grass. I don't want to kill the grass season. It's just less enjoyable. Yes, it is, Yusuf.
Haroon, overreaction or not?
I'm afraid to say that this is not an overreaction, but the only thing that is maybe making an argument is Wimbledon. But beyond that, Halle, Settingenbusch, and Queens, like
Libima, Haroon,
Libima Open, and watching guys that don't even know what the surface is. It's like everybody's walking to grass almost for the first time. It's like, hey, let's go try what you feel like on grass, just because it's the next available tournament on tour. So they're gonna go play, and it feels like off. Nobody knows what they're doing, and it doesn't feel enjoyable because they're not bringing their best game. Maybe if they start to give us more tournaments and stuff like that, they start to practice, then the game improves and they start to become more savvy. But right now, it's just only Wimbledon that's giving us maybe from the quarters up into the finals something interesting. But yeah, it's definitely not an overreaction. It's the least enjoyable surface.
Yeah, this is a unanimous not an overreaction, guys. Like, to me, I think of, okay, if you give me Roland Garros second round on court 17 and I'm watching Brendan Nakashima go up against Thanasi Kokkinakis, I'm locked in.
Court 14? Court 14 is glorious.
No, not court 17.
Court 17?
Court 17. That's a court. No, I didn't go court 14 because we know court 14. I'm saying court 17. Something that doesn't even have seats. And they give me just a raw feed. I would like to watch Nakashima against Kokkinakis for a second round match. Go 5 and on just brutal, just gladiator battle. But you give me, for example, a Pesci Pericard versus Fritz, which was probably the most exciting match we had this entire tournament. Yeah. And it wasn't even that exciting. Like, it was just because it went 5 sets. And then Fritz came back from two sets down. But like, grass to me, it's not, like my juices don't get flowing. Like, I don't feel the adrenaline rush the same way I do on clay. Of course, I'm biased to clay because we grew up on clay. But also hard is second to me. But grass, it's in last place when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Next one, Haroon. Jannik Sinner will win more slams than Carlos Alcaraz in the next 5 years. Overreaction or not?
It's a tough one. It's a very tough one. But
that's such a tough one. Such a tough one.
You're gonna hate me for it. I might get some crazy things in the comments, but I I am going to fall into the recency bias. I'm going to say this is not an overreaction. I do think Sinner is going to win more slams than Alcaraz in the next 5 years. I do think so. It is not an overreaction for me. I think Sinner is building more confidence. I think Sinner is going to be better on the hard courts, and I think he's going to be able to be more guys, and Alcaraz is going to be able to suffer against more guys as well. So it's going to be easier for Sinner, for him, and also going to be tougher for Alcaraz, who is going to be his hardest and most difficult rival. So I think Sinner is going to win more slams than Alcaraz in the next 5 years.
Smile, overreaction or not?
It's a tough one. This is such a tough one right now, especially because before this tournament, you thought that Carlitos has RG, the clay on lockdown.
The non-hard surfaces.
He has a channel slam on lockdown. Yeah, he thought so.
Yeah, and then Sinner has the hard courts on lockdown, and now it's been absolutely blown open. Now you have no idea what's coming because every match they play is tight. But I think I'm going not an overreaction. I think I favor Sinner. Sinner now because he has potentially the grass. He's going to match up well at the clay. He's not so far behind, and also just because of his demeanor. You know that Sinner seems to have the ability to be disciplined more and endure more, and so maybe I'll factor in that his world number one mentality.
Okay. Again, I have to be on the other side of this. Carlos Alcaraz.
You don't have to.
Best player on glass did not play his best. This man, Carlos Alcaraz, is a U.S. Open champion. He's a Roland Garros champion. The only thing left for him to be the youngest player to win Australian Open, to win all Grand Slams, is the Australian Open. He still has 2 years to do that. Carlos Alcaraz rises up to the occasion, and he is one of the most clutch players we have ever seen. If anything, you should not want to face Carlos Alcaraz at the U.S. Open because he's going to want revenge. He's going to want redemption. And I think it's going to continue. I say this is an overreaction. Over the next 5 years, I'm going Carlos Alcaraz. Although it's close.
It's close. Let's go. You're making me doubt my pick right now. But
he's coming. To be honest,
he is,
because soon enough,
Novak
Djokovic is not going to be in Carlos Alcaraz's way.
To be honest,
Novak's not going to be there to take.
So both arguments are on thin ice, and both arguments can be disputed very easily. Honestly, it's really that great. It's so great that you have it 50-50, and my arguments are not even that strong. So it's tough. You can argue so easily for or against, in my opinion. It's really tough.
I guess so. We want to know what you guys think. Which one?
It's tough. It's a tough one. I'm now doubting why. The thing is also that Carlitos.
You decided to make a 5-year investment.
Yeah. I feel like I made
both of you. I did too.
But you're making a 5-year investment.
Carlitos also dominates.
You're making 5-year investments.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying both of us are making 5-year investments.
Yeah, well, that's
Carlitos is ahead 6-1 in their last 5-1 in their last 6 matches. So he does own Sinner. It's hard to argue with
within
Sinner.
the next 5 years. I don't want this to happen soon, but Novak Djokovic is not going to be there to help Jannik Sinner, to take Carlos down, to give him the heartbreak that eventually makes him want to take a break from tennis. Novak's not going to. Novak has been helping Jannik Sinner more than you can imagine.
That's true. That is very, very true. It's very true. Let's see.
Well, how about last one, guys? Last one.
Yeah, but let me time out on that. Also, and Djokovic was helping Alcaraz out in Wimbledon by taking out Sinner.
Yeah. Novak has been so kind, so generous, so selfless.
He's helped Jannik in Australia, and he's helped Carlitos at Wimbledon.
He's paving the way for the next generation and giving them free tickets wherever. Okay, love Novak. Last one. Harun. Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz will play in every Grand Slam final over the next 3 years. Overreaction or not?
Book it. Book it. Here, book it for 5. Book it for 7. Book it for 10. Unless maybe Alcaraz grows up that he can win a slam anytime soon. Nobody is winning. Zilch, my friend.
I said play, just play in every final.
Yeah,
Oh, he said yes.
yeah.
Okay, how about you, Smile? Overreaction or not?
Hey, this is over the next 3 years?
Yeah.
100% book this puppy. Book it. There is no one in sight.
Novak's
who's
not
gonna
making one. Like Novak's not making one.
Oh, you forgot. Yeah,
Sasha's
because
not making
I
one.
have no. You're right. I have Novak in one. So I have
So
Novak in one.
That's not the thing. There's no asterisk here. There's overreaction or not.
Yeah. So then it's an overreaction because there will be one slam over the next year where Djokovic will get one, and that will be it. And then for the rest, books and.
Well, you know, the longest streak we've had where 2 players have won like all the Grand Slams, the longest streak was 10, and that was Rafa and Roger. And then after that was Rafa and Novak. Jannik and Carlos, they're on their tail. They're at 7 now each. I think it's going to continue for a while, but for the next 3 years.
But you're talking
for the next 3 years.
You're talking about winning a slam. We're talking about making the final.
Right. So you're like, I know that's easier, right? That's easier. But for the next 3 years, you know how many slams are played over the next 3 years?
12.
12 Grand Slams. So this is an overreaction, guys. Come on.
Really?
Like,
Two goats are gonna
there's
be
something
traded
called
for the next 3
injury.
years.
There's some. No, but we're talking about injuries. We're talking about. It's not 3.
Are
it's
you betting
2.
on injury?
Yeah, but that's so
It was about to happen. It was about to happen. Grigor was about to do it.
Boring.
We're barring injury here.
You
It's
can't-
boring. Like exclude injury.
No.
Is anyone gonna make it outside of excluding injury?
Yes, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
There's so many guys in there.
So many?
So,
I
name
don't
one.
see any.
How about this one? Fonseca.
He went for Fonseca. He pulled out the Fonseca card. See, you need him. You need Joao.
Give me Novak. Give me a Musetti making a final soon. Yes. Give me a Sasha back in the final.
Musetti's going to beat
Yes.
Alcaraz or Sinner.
Yes.
You think Musetti's going to beat Alcaraz on Sinner on any surface?
They don't have to. They don't have to. They don't have to.
They have to be
Someone
one
Have
of
to be
them.
one of them.
They have to be
one
one
of them.
No, one of them has to go down. One of them has to go down.
They don't. They won't go
Like
down.
Jannik was about to go down to Grigor. You can't tell me like it was about to happen. So this is an overreaction, guys.
But it didn't, though.
I believe so.
So you're betting on
You're
you're betting on like magical depression for one of them.
No, but-
like when Carlitos was depressed and all of a sudden he loses to Botic in round 3.
Yeah,
in
but
over
by the way,
next 3
by the
years.
way,
12 Grand Slams.
By the way, the
I'm
argument
not
for
crazy.
Grigor Dimitrov, by the way, I don't think it's that strong. Because he had him because he was pushing his limit to the max. He was ripping his pectoral muscle. So he was ready to let it go. Rip it out, baby. That's not the same.
He was crushing. He was crushing Jannik Sinner.
But
He was
he pushed
absolutely
it. He
crushing
broke
Jannik
his
Sinner.
He was
pectoral.
also redlining, right? Because I don't know if he's ever served 139, 140 that he was doing that day. I never saw Grigor serve like that in my life. So he was
Peck ripped for a reason.
How many times are you gonna get somebody to
that's
for
it.
3 sets like that? Like, it's insane. And I know, and that guy and Sinner or Alcaraz are not going to respond.
That's what I'm going. I'm gonna die on that hill. Honestly, I think it's an easy one for me.
Okay.
But anyway, that was the overreaction or not segment. You guys, please let us know what do you think of these overreactions. Who are you with? Who are you not with? There's so much fun when you guys chime in and let us know what you guys think too.
Yeah, also. All right, let's do this for fun because just we have the juices flowing right now. Harun, let's do a super early who you got for the US Open.
Let's go.
Because we're high on the emotions and we want more Alcaraz Sinner. Harun, who's going to win the US Open now?
Book it, Sinner. Book it. I don't know. Let's calm the hype down. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one there. Because,
Finally.
What?
Finally, you're calming it down.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. We got hype there. We got hype, and we were enjoying the hype for Sinner. But yeah, I think it's Alcaraz probably. I think it's Alcaraz. I think it's now up in the air now. I think they're just gonna trade. They're gonna switch. Okay, Jannik, you guys Wimbledon. Okay, I'm gonna get US Open. I think it's gonna be like that. But it's gonna be either Alcaraz or Sinner. But I think it's
Make a pick, man. Make a pick.
Okay, Alcaraz is gonna win the US Open.
Okay, Alcarizo. Yusuf, who are you taking?
Carlos Alcaraz wins the US Open. That's my super early prediction. I think this man is going to want revenge. and I think he's going to get revenge. And I think the heartbreak wasn't like, it's not like a hangover of bad emotions. I think he's fine. I think he's going to come back and remind everyone who he is come US Open.
Oh, this is gonna be. We're in unanimous
No!
agreement here, because I also think Carlitos is like my gut feeling now. My gut feeling is I also like Carlitos because, first of all, he's dominating the Sinner matchup, and it's gonna be on hard. He's beaten him in the U.S. Open.
But that goes against everything you guys were saying the entire episode.
Yeah, but
like you guys are joining me now on the Carlos camp.
For Wimbledon, I told you Wimbledon. I like Sinner. I like Sinner at Wimbledon now.
Fine, I'll let you guys join.
I'm switching. This is
but,
too much bad luck.
Don't hold us to these picks.
Too much bad luck. I'm switching to Sinner.
Too early.
Switching to Sinner. Too much.
No, it's not time yet. You don't have to switch now.
No, I'm switching now already.
Like,
I'm switching now.
My humble. You have Sinner defending. I think Carlitos is going to bring the level, and I predict Sinner-Alcaraz probably in the final here. I'm going to take Carlitos if that happens.
It's really sad that Novak's not even mentioned. No one's not even thought of.
I think he needs to regroup. He's also injured, so I don't know how healthy he will be.
It's still,
man, I don't know. Novak doesn't love the U.S. So I don't know.
Well, guys, that was the men's final. Carlos Alcaraz losing his throne. Jannik Sinner becoming the champion, redemption, revenge, everything we talked about. But what we saw on the women's side was one of the craziest things I have seen since I've been watching sports. I don't think I've seen anything like this. Iga Swiatek taking down Amanda Anisimova to win the Wimbledon title. Smail, your thoughts on this? You had her winning the entire thing.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to take some credit for that. Nobody on the tennis planet picked Iga for the Wimbledon title. I didn't hear it anywhere, guys. Thank you. What's a
pick, Smile? No,
I'm in my feels right now.
It's not on my bingo card.
Pick, by the way. That's a great pick. Nobody had Iga for grass. Nobody even knew how to play grass.
But Harun, let me add something. No one had any idea who was winning this tournament.
That's fair.
But you picked Iga. Credit to you. But I don't think anyone had any idea who was going to win this, and no one was convinced with any of the picks.
No.
You seem convinced with yours. You got it right. Credit to you.
I told you the grass. After I saw what I saw from her in Bad Homburg, I was like, this girl has the game. I don't think there's anything that can stop her, the way she moves and the way she's taking the ball on the rise and just ripping ground strokes. In the women's game, that is more than enough to win. Yeah. And I told TSH Jimmy, and we were talking off air when we were watching the match, I had her crushing Belinda Bencic, and I had her crushing Amanda, actually. I did not think she would crush her to 6-love. What in the world was that?
This was the third time in history where a woman has lost 6-love in the final. Like, Harun...
I did not see that coming, but let me just highlight a couple of things.
Go ahead.
I loved what I saw from Iga throughout the tournament, but this match, first of all, she was coming to the net. She was 100% on net points, Iga, in the final.
Okay.
All right, it was 3 for 3. It wasn't that much, but she won on 3 points. 6 of 9 on break. 6 of 9 on break points. Means every break point she saw, it was night, Amanda, sleep tight, enjoy your goodbye, good night. 69% of her receiving points won. That means Amanda's serve wasn't doing anything to bother Iga. And also, she had 10 winners and 11 unforced errors to Amanda's 8 and 28 unforced errors. She did everything that she wanted. She absolutely dominated Amanda from every facet because she's born for the moment, Iga, and she knows how to play these finals, and she knows how to, when she's in a lead, I don't think anyone knows how to stop Iga when she's leading.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Harun, but the thing is, like, when this match was over and Iga went to her box and hug and get congratulated by
she's
her
friends
entire
with
team.
Courtney Cox.
Like I'm still cool, nice. But like I'm when I'm watching, I'm like, did this just happen? Did this really just end 6-love? Like, it was a surreal moment for me. I'm like, and everyone's clapping. And this is the champion. Like, she won it so easily. What were your thoughts, though? What were your thoughts after this? Because it was absolutely, I was dumbfounded.
My thoughts were like, although this was insane, I'm like, oh, wow, okay. It's just a regular day in the WTA office. Like, that was just a regular day on the women's side where you just get 6-love. In a final, though, that was this is unbelievable. Like, really, you can't just give one game. You have no game in your arsenal just to win a few games, so you don't just embarrass yourself in front of the entire world, in front of one of the most prestigious tournaments in the world. Just like pick a few games. This was complete dominance. I don't know if it was really insane dominance as much as it was really like so horrible from Amanda Misanova to just let down and just roll over and give up everything so easily like that. She was serving horribly. She didn't generate a single break point. Like, yeah, that doesn't really sound to me like, yeah, a great, amazing dominance, from Iga's side. But like, yeah, she couldn't really do anything the whole match. But yeah, my reaction was...
Credit needs to be given here to Anisimova, though. We need to give her credit because this woman has been going through mental struggles, and she took a break from tennis, and she didn't even know if she was going to come back. And to do what she did this entire fortnight, to go make it all the way to the final, to take down the world number 1 on her way, to become the world number 7 now, she deserves credit. And afterwards, she was emotional. It was a tough loss. But... she took it like a champ, Smile, and she said that I'm going to come back stronger. I'm going to fight through this. And she has shown us that she can fight through this. She lost her dad in 2019, I believe, and she's back. And after that heartbreak and continuing to fight, continuing to persevere and becoming a Grand Slam finalist is nothing short of amazing. So she deserves credit, deserves love. Did you think Amanda Anisimova afterwards, when she said what she said, think she's going to come back stronger after this, after what you saw and after what you've seen from her?
It's hard.
Oh no,
it's hard.
Come on, I tried to set you up for positive.
It's hard. It's hard, man. Like that was a rough one. I've never seen a rougher loss in my life. I've never seen someone. I really don't want to use this language, but she was humiliated, big time on global stage. And there is one story that Amanda should be looking at, and there's one person she needs to pick up and call immediately, as soon as she can, and that's Madison Keys. She needs to call Madison Keys, because Madison Keys, she also played the final against Sloane Stephens in the US Open, and it was a vastly underwhelming performance when Sloane Stephens won the title, and Madison never thought she could get back. She's been through a lot of growth, and her coach coached her back up, rebuilt her mental toughness, and relieved her of the pressure to get to a stage where she played amazing. You saw what Madison did in Australia. So yeah. Amanda has to try to replicate the Madison Keys story. Good thing for her, she's American, she speaks the same language. Maybe they're friends, so she can give her the call. But my gut reaction initially after I saw that, I thought, like, this is over for her. Like, this is devastating. She did not play well. She was not in the match. She couldn't figure out anything. She crumbled under the pressure. Iga just absolutely intimidated and then dominated her. But I'll give her a 10% chance to get back to a Grand Slam final, because her tennis is good enough to get her there. Although I'm not going to open this debate up, but young. She's still very young, and there's a lot of room for improvement, because her forehand was very shaky throughout, the final especially. And so I'll say she has room to improve. 10% chance she can get back.
Okay. Harun, thoughts on Amanda though? Coming back? Yes, no?
Yeah, I think
it's just fine. It's
I think she'll come back. I think she'll probably make another slam final, because if you make one slam final, I feel like, yeah, you could come back. Especially, like, I don't think it's so difficult to do so. Like, it's not like Alcaraz and Sinner, they have it on lockdown. I think it's a bit more open. So I think if you have reached the slam final, then you know what it feels like, and you know the heartbreak, and you don't want to feel that again. But you know how to reach there, and you know how to solve these problems. So I think she's going to be able to reach the slam final. Maybe US Open, actually. Maybe US Open. I wouldn't be really too afraid to make such a pick, to say that Anisimova could actually make a final and even win the tournament. And it could be a great story.
It could be a fun story. It'll be a fun story at home if she does that.
Yeah, if you beat Sabalenka in Wimbledon, it's obviously definitely gives you insane level of confidence. So it must be great, and that run she had, a lot of credit to her. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good things she has to take away from that. The final was horrible. but there's a lot of great things, and I think that she has the game, and she's still young for a lot of things to improve. And I think she'll come back for a semifinal or even maybe two.
Yeah. Amazing things for Amanda going forward, and I believe she'll be back. But guys, we need to highlight some of the things that Iga accomplished. First, to me, is the craziest one. She's played 6 Grand Slam finals. Guess how many she's lost?
None.
0. 6-0 in Grand Slam finals.
She's a beast.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. First Polish player to win the Wimbledon singles title. Also history for her. And I think she's the fewest games dropped to win the Wimbledon title in the 21st century. So many different things.
That's insane. We would have never predicted Iga the one to do that.
Iga. So she's done some stuff that really mind-blowing. Big finals, she does not lose. She only lost 2 times in big finals. That's like taking everything, not just Grand Slams. Iga Swiatek is a superstar. Iga Swiatek is built for the big moments. And, Carlos Alcaraz was 1 win away from tying her also at being 6-0. That's over. Iga stands alone. Superstar. U.S. Open, is she going to come for that one too? You guys think Iga?
She's won it before.
Yeah. Well, then let's do a super early predictions for the women on the women's U.S. Open.
Oh, man.
Super early predictions, Harun. Who wins the U.S. Open on the women's side?
Oh my God, man! Oh my God! Yeah, like again, just throw it up there. Just pick a random name from the table, and probably it's gonna win the U.S. Open. Like it's really so unpredictable. Who know Iga is gonna win? But Iga and golf that won the last 2 slams, so it's not too random actually. That's not bad, but. But I don't think it's somebody that's gonna
pick
be
someone.
popular.
Come on, pick someone. Pick someone.
I'll go for Sabalenka. Sabalenka wins the US Open.
Okay, Smile.
Didn't win a slam so far. It's gonna be.
I was also gonna back Sabalenka. I think Sabalenka's due. I think she's gonna want. She's hungry. She's talking about she needs to handle her emotions better. Her emotions let her down in the last 2 tournaments. So I think she'll correct for the US Open.
Yeah, if we go through an entire year, especially now with Aryna Sabalenka not winning a Grand Slam, I think it's one of the craziest things we have in tennis. Aryna Sabalenka is due. Grand Slam coming her way. I think also U.S. Open. Super early prediction.
Super early. I would be shocked if she doesn't get. I would be. I will be. A pending form as well. But anyways, you let us know what did you think about our picks and takes, and drop your comments to let us know what you think as well, especially about our super early Uyugots and about our overreactions. And also, you need to go check out our latest interview with Coach Christoph Liegen. He had so many cool insights about playing against the big 3, also playing against them in slams, so many insights about the tour. He's coaching Greek sport now. You're really going to enjoy it. He's also hilarious. It was so funny, so many funny anecdotes. You're going to love it. Check it out and subscribe so you can get your weekly tennis content right here. And see you next week.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.